What's up y'all, Andrew here, and welcome back to another reaction video. If this is your first time stopping by my channel or seeing one of my videos, welcome. Thank you so much for dropping by. I seriously appreciate it. If you don't know, I'm a guitarist of about 14 years now, and I make K-pop guitar covers, K-pop reaction videos, and other forms of K-pop content here on YouTube. If you haven't already, it would mean the world to me if you would consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell icon. They're three really simple things, but they go a long way to help out my channel. Now, today's video is gonna be very fun and very interesting to me because for the first time ever, I'm reacting to a song by the band Rolling Quartz. Now, at this point, admittedly, I know very little about Rolling Quartz, but I have been following their career from a distance for a little while now. I've definitely heard some of their music, I've seen some of their music videos, and I think that they're amazing. I love that they're an all-female K-rock band in an industry that pretty much doesn't exist. And I love that they're genuinely talented. Like, they're all really good at their instruments. The vocals are amazing. And so as a musician myself, listening to their music and watching their music videos is a real treat. My journey as a Rolling Quartz fan is just beginning, but I know it's gonna be amazing. So while I'm at it, let me know who your bias is in Rolling Quartz in the comments below. I haven't picked a bias yet. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one of the guitarists, but I haven't picked one yet. So let me know who your bias is in the comments and why. But anyway, I'm really excited, so I'm gonna stop talking and let's just go ahead and dive into this music video. I love her vocals. The guitar. Oh. Boom, boom, bam, boom, bam, bam. I love that. Her vocals are so good. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Yeah, the Strat. This is really cool. So this type of guitar, for those of you that don't know, is called a Fender Stratocaster. And the three bars in the middle of the guitar with the little dots on them, they're called pickups. And those are the things that pick up, literally, the vibrations of the string, put it through the circuitry, out of the guitar into the amp and produce sound. That's a very oversimplified way of how an electric guitar works. These style of pickups, I would not necessarily put in like a rock or hard rock scenario. I've had similar guitars to this in the past and I have used them for hard rock, but I think it's really cool that she is using this type of guitar in this setting because, first of all, it's a beautiful guitar. I love like all of the relicking and the aging on the top where the hand has been strumming and stuff. I don't know if it's like natural or if it was pre-aged before she got the guitar, but it's a beautiful instrument. But the really cool thing is I think it's very symbolic. She's using an instrument that is not historically used in this type of music, as well as they're a band that also breaks that mold of like, you don't really see female-led groups like this in hard rock in general, especially in K-pop. And so I think it's very symbolic. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I love it. I love the symbolism there. And obviously the guitars sound amazing. So anyways, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, wait. I love that. That's a cool little line. And I also love that there are two guitarists. I love that there are two guitarists because in a lot of other bands, there's only one or there'll be like an electric and an acoustic player. But I love that there's 2 electric guitar players because I've played in many bands where there are multiple electric guitar players before, and it's so fun being able to split up parts and do harmonies and stuff like that. So I love this.
Keep your head down. 작게 해줄게. 난 말없이도 답을 내니까. 고통은 날.
They're all so good too.
And you can say no more. Hold on my hand. You'll be under my curse.
Her voice is so good for rock and like this style of music. It's so good. Oh, the drum breakdown? Oh, whoa. Wait. Oh, it's so good. Oh, the strings are coming in? Oh God. Oh no. Okay, we'll pause here. There's so much going on. So that breakdown. Oh man, so when I first got into guitar, I was really into metal, and a lot of the music had breakdowns that were even heavier than this, but very similar to this, and it takes me back to just like chugging with some distortion on, palm muting and chugging on the low E string, and just having fun. Like it's a really good, really nostalgic feeling for me as a guitarist, and I love it. I love that, and I love that I'll actually probably put a solo when I cover the, which by the way, I'm gonna cover the song. I'm probably gonna put a solo over that breakdown because it's such a good dynamic place for it to be. But I love that they didn't do that in the recording because it kept it just like rhythmically fun. And that's a really great moment for a crowd to get involved and to like dance and form a mosh pit and whatever. Oh man, I love that. And then also, I'm not entirely sure why the one girl was shot, but makes me sad. But anyways, it's been such a fun song so far. I love the strings right there. Oh, it's her sleeves. I was like, what is in her hands? The octaves, the guitar octaves, I love that. Oh. And then the delay and the reverb that they put on the trail. Oh, it's so good. Oh, same. And you play so hard that you just have to fall over. I've been there. I can relate. I can relate to that. Oh man. Okay. Oh, that was really good. And I love that this early in their career, it seems like their company is really supporting them and really giving them resources that they need to succeed. I know bands, for the most part, aren't as popular in Korea, but I think these ladies have a vast amount of potential to succeed and to really blow up. And I think the music is just incredible. They know what they're doing. They can actually play. I can tell that they know how to play the parts, you know, as opposed to like producers writing the song for them and then maybe having someone else record it in the studio, because that does happen. Let me tell you, in the US, I know for a fact that artists have session musicians come in and play their parts for them, and then they go on tour and perform them as if they wrote the music. So I'm sure that that is not the case here, because as I'm watching their hands, especially the drummer, like they all know what they're doing and they all know how to play. So it's so cool to see that. I like that because they're a band, you obviously want to focus on the larger kind of wider shots of them playing as a band totally. But I really enjoy that they did a good job of shooting those shots, but also having these like really interesting story-driven scenes throughout the rest of the music video as well. So I'm gonna go back and give it a second listen and a second watch now that I've seen it all the way through and I kind of know what to expect. And let's see what other little things we can pull out from this. It's a nice little ascending guitar line there. And then the chugs. This is a really good example of like why I love having two electric guitars, because one of the guitarists continues doing the dun 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 dun, and then you've got this lead part that comes over top, boom boom bum boom bum bum boom 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 bum, and they split it up. I love that. It's super cool. I love that, the drum break down there. And then like, I love that the guitarist on, it looks like the one on the right side, I'm gonna go back, I promise, and learn all of their names after this. But I love that the guitarist is doing the octaves, and then the one on the left side is doing that same lead line that you hear in the beginning of the song. Super cool. Makes me excited because I have two like legit guitar parts just to learn and then throw my own spin on. It makes me really excited. I love that. Boom, boom, bam, boom, bam, bam, boom. Background vocals are really good too. It's such a fun song. Oh, that's so good. I think there's a bend. I'm not gonna be able to get that high, but I think there's a bend there. It's my favorite part of the song for sure. The guitar, the pick's great. Oh, it makes me so happy. It just takes me back to those days learning metal. I love it. And I love the strings and the background vocals. It would have been really cool if they had and they that probably looked really stupid, but it would have been really cool if they did 2 really big chord stabs. Hit and then went back into the full groove, but like it's still such a good song. Oh man, that's so good. Yeah, this is really good. This is just an amazing, straightforward rock and roll song. It's well produced, well composed. The vocals are amazing. The instrumentation is amazing. Obviously they look great. I really like the styling and like the whole vibe of this music video. Like I said before, they've got so much potential to become even bigger than they are now. And I wish them all the best. They've got a fan in my book for me. Like I'm gonna 100% continue listening to their music, reacting to new music videos as they drop, new songs as they drop, and doing more covers. I've actually had a few people down in the comments, a few of my subscribers ask me to react to and cover Rolling Quartz. So I am really excited to begin that journey right now. But a cover is coming for this song, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And a great way to know when that drops is by liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell. Like I mentioned before, it would mean the world to me if you consider doing that. And it does really help out my channel. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And like I said before, let me know who your favorite member of Rolling Quartz is, why you like the group, what your favorite song is. Like, give me recommendations of songs that I need to listen to by them. That would be amazing. And I'd love to hear what you think. But I'm gonna wrap things up for here. There are many more videos on the way. So until then, I'm Andrew, and I'll catch you next time.